really. So I'm starting to stream, just so you know. Just so you know. I mean, we're at the starting screen right now. I'm gonna wait for more folks to come in if they decide to come in. Yeah. Let's see, where are we? Oh, yeah, I want to put in. Well, I'm gonna start. I just put on some music on. Just give it some time. But anyway, please share this story. Trashy, what's up, player? No, don't. Don't put on a shirt. And turn on your camera. I'm not that dude. I'm just saying. You know, it's still dark where I'm at. I mean, it might not be dark where you're at, but make sure that audio yours in the house. Oh, I think I have audio now. Can somebody please confirm that?
I can confirm. I got your stream up.
You do not. Oh, you still sound like the back of a can, but you have audio, I guess.
Okay. Being back of a can and having audio is good, right?
Hey, at least we can hear you.
I mean, the can audio is just for the Discord. On stream, you're clear as hell.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
There we
cool.
go.
Cool. Awesome.
So
Okay.
don't mention the back of the can. We're good.
We're good.
Okay.
All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to the stream this morning. My name is Sean Flag 2.0. We are we're streaming here on my Twitch channel. We're gonna be doing stuff called Banter with the Pack, and like when I originally did the title, it said Banter with the Chat. I am obviously tired, but I updated it. So if you guys are looking at the wrong title, go ahead and just click that refresh, and it should refresh to Banter with the Chat. My name is Sean Flag 2.0. If you guys are new to the channel, just want to say thank you for stopping in first and foremost. If you guys got any questions, comments, or emotional outbursts for me, I have my whole about section filled out. So you can go check that out. I also have my own website. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat for you guys. Also, I am part of the Shadowpack Gaming stream team here on Twitch. Let's go ahead and put that website there in the chat. ShadowpackGaming.com. You'll see a lot of our content here. I'm actually here with 3 members of the pack. Let's go ahead and just kind of introduce. Well, I'll introduce these guys here in a second. But go ahead and check out ShadowpackGaming.com. You'll see profiles of them. We also have our blogs. We have YouTubes. We have everything that's connected to it. If you guys are up this morning, up in the morning, you can join our Discord. And this is actually, it is called Banter with the Pack because we're going to talk with each other. So if you are part of the pack, you want to join our Discord, you'll be able to join in on streams like this. You could even join in this morning if you guys are up this morning, or future ones we decide to do. Again, something I want to try to get started to kind of get to know everybody, give everybody a chance to speak, and yeah, so we'll kind of take it from there. Again, ShadowpackGaming.com, links to everything that is associated with Shadowpack Gaming and all the information you're going to need on the team. Click on the link in the chat.
Hold on a minute.
So this morning, who do I got here? We got Casually Trashy. He would be to, I guess, your guys' left. We got Njord God. He's down lower left-hand corner. Oh, Shadow Pup. He's in here. But he's our Discord bot. He was playing music for us prior to streaming. And I got Castile. He's over here on the, he's on to, I guess you'd be at your guys' right-hand side. Anyway, I guess let's get some shout-outs going. So we got, I guess I need.
Oh man, Sean, I'm low-key disappointed in that introduction of ours, dude.
Okay, please.
I know you can do better.
Constructive criticism on the spot. Let's do it.
I know you can do better than that. I know you can do better than that.
First of all, I'm tired. Let's start off with that. I'm tired.
The man just works, Trashy. Give him a break.
Thank you. Let's see. Did I do this right? Did I spell your name right? Let's find out. It says you played Apex last. Is that true?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and okay. Then I know I could do this one. This one because his name's short. Oh, I did mess that up. Okay, I know I can do it. Okay, there you go. All right. Super Smash Brothers, have you been playing that? It's so weird. I'll put in Elf Daddy as well, and then Elf is like playing Mario Kart or something, and it's not working anyway.
Yeah, no clue.
You're right. And Cash Deal, if I put a shout out for you, sir, are you gonna get something on here or what?
I was out for most of this. Sorry, friggin' boss tried to call me. What am I trying to get?
Yeah, it'll throw something up there.
Oh, okay. Well, it says last game played, no game. So
yeah, that's
correct.
The last time I streamed, I was oh god almighty, when was that? I think I was doing Sniper Elite at that particular point.
Oh man,
no, not Sniper Elite.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5.
No, Costello 8-7. He swapped out the I and the E. I remember that one when I did his thing on the website,
Okay.
Yeah.
and that mess
Everybody
was
calls it
so
Castile, not
bad.
Castiel.
Go on.
There we go. Gears of War Ultimate is what it's saying you played last.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. That's what it was. Okay.
Okay, so obviously today's topic we're going to be talking about. I just actually got done doing a master class with Ninja, and one of the things that he had talked about, or one of the things he had mentioned was, well, one of the community members had talked about it was, what does streaming do for you? Like, what do you get out of streaming? So I decided I want to join in with the pack members that kind of, we've been streaming. At least some of us have been streaming for at least over a year, and kind of want to talk about that. And want to talk about, like, what has streaming done for you? So I want to say thank you for everybody that's joining, anybody that's joining in the chat. Before we get started on today's topic, do you guys have anything you guys want to talk about, or, do any kind of shout outs of your own or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate the hell out of you, Sean Fleck. Mr. works 30 hours in a day and still has
And
time
comes
to
in.
push out content.
And then comes in and does more work with the team. Yeah.
Yeah, this man is a beast.
Do something you love, you don't work.
Sometimes
If they
they
went
say
to
that
go
I
in
don't
the
sleep, but poof.
If they went to go look in the dictionary, the word legendary, you just have a picture of you, my friend.
Oh Jesus!
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Go ahead and give you guys the horns for that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, no, but really though, do you got? Is that baby? Is that baby?
That's a
Oh,
baby.
hey baby.
That's a baby.
It's baby Freya.
Hey baby Freya, what you doing, girl?
Hi. Do you see yourself?
All right, look alive. Look alive. Look alive.
No, in all honesty, so for me, my shout out is going to run into what has streaming done for me, right? I want to give a shout out to the team. Every single individual on the team.
Okay.
You guys are what pushes me to keep kind of going and have fun with it. So I appreciate literally every single person in Shadow Pack Gaming.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. I mean, did you want to kind of kick off? For those of you guys that don't know, actually, Njord God here is he's the founder of Shadow Pack Gaming, and maybe he wants to share a story as to why he started it and what he's gotten out of it.
Well, for me, okay, apparently I'm going to be wrestling with a screaming toddler too, or infant. When I first started streaming, I'm going into a dark room. Hold on. A lot of people try to tackle this on their own. The whole, hey, I'm going to stream, and they can't figure out what they're doing wrong or why they're not getting viewers or anything like that. It's because, as is true with most things in life, you can't do stuff alone. You need help. Either you need a sounding board, you need people to help you brainstorm new ideas, and you need a support group, right? And I was a part of another team before, and I just didn't like the structure, the way that it was being ran. So I decided, hey, let's try to create my own thing. I did. And the majority of people who are in Shadow Pack Gaming have been here since day one. All absolute legends in their own right.
The horns for that.
And for me, it's a place of community. It's a place of family, right? But streaming's let me make new friends, which I don't know how many of you out here who are watching right now. I know both of you guys, right? Once you get out of school, right? I'm 31. I'm going to age myself just a little bit. I'm 31. Once you get out of school and you start living life in the workforce, it's really difficult to meet new people and find friends and people that you can click with. And so having a place having a place where you can just meet new friends and have fun and game and do something what you love doing anyways is what streaming's done for me.
Okay. What about you, Trashy? You want to share a little streaming story about yourself?
Where do we start? First off, it no one ever talks about this, but streaming drains your bank balance. Streaming is expensive. I'm looking at you, Nord. I saw that PC that you got. We
Let's
both
be
know
real.
that.
Let's be
We
real.
both know that wasn't expensive. We both know that wasn't cheap.
Right.
That's
Right,
the startup cost sucks.
Yeah. The startup is a whole lot higher than you would imagine. Because you want your camera, your desk, your chair. Because I've been rocking in a dining chair for forever, and my back was killing me. Then I got this chair, and I need to replace this one already. This one's 6 months old or something. I need to replace this because I'm a tall guy, and I have no ass.
Thanks for that
There
visual. Thanks for that visual.
You're welcome. There is no cushion on this chair, you know? So it's especially if you're with me doing video editing, I'm sitting in a chair for 8, 10, 12 hours in a day. I need to be comfortable, period.
Right.
So yeah, the startup cost is something I didn't think through properly. But yeah, like Nord said, what it brought to me, like a whole bunch of individuals who feel like family now, like yourself, Sean Flack, Nord, Castiel, the whole pack, the whole community that we're building. If I'm having a rough day at work and I boot up, and it feels like coming home. And then not just that, I met my girlfriend through gaming, Twitch. I've been to the States to go out and see her. Going back there, yeah, there's a whole lot.
Which for those of you guys who are watching this and don't know, Casually Trashy is our Dutch friend. He lives in the Netherlands, so coming to the States is no easy task.
No.
And you know, he's probably the main reason why we could say we're worldwide. we network with streamers from around the world.
He's the only reason we can say that.
It's no lie.
My ego wasn't big enough already. So does this make me Mr. Worldwide now?
It does. International man of mystery right there. You know, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. International man of mystery.
But yeah, jokes around. Just met a whole lot of amazing people from all over the world, really. I'm watching people from Australia, New Zealand, the UK, the States, Canada, you name it. I probably got someone streaming right now.
Oh, do we lose him? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you know, that's definitely one of the cool things that you could do, you know, being worldwide, is that some days that you're, you know, somebody you're not watching is on, there's always somebody streaming, right? Like any given time. I'm just kind of like looking at folks in the chat, so just gonna do some shout outs. What is up, Super? Let me refresh this real quick and just kind of see what's going on here. What is up, Super? What's up? 420. What's up, Alto? Another TV viewer. And Sophia, welcome to the chat, guys. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Let's give you guys the horns real quick. So yeah. Looking at something just caught my attention. Okay. So was that it? Trash?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Castile. Or is it Castile? Castel? I mean, how do you want to go about that?
Castiel.
Castiel. Why don't you share us a little bit about streaming for you and what has it done for you?
Oh man, it didn't start good. I'll tell you that.
It never does. I don't think streaming starts good for anybody.
So, unfortunately, I was like some of the other chuckleheads out here who thought, hey, this could be easy money. Yes, I was that idiot. And keep in mind, I worked at Wendy's at the time. I had just lost my fiance to cystic fibrosis.
Oh man.
I I was trying to scrounge for money, and the only thing I knew to do was go to a fast food restaurant. Again, another stupid idea,
Man,
but
you know what?
I
Nothing wrong with it.
digress.
My very first job was at McDonald's, and I loved every minute of it. So, don't think that that's not a good enough job.
So I got 6 months into this, and I had just dabbled in terms of streaming. Keep in mind, this was before I got into Mixer, before it crashed. I had been on Twitch. My Twitch literally says I've been here since 2014. So there were times that I could stream, as other times I couldn't. There's also times I didn't know what the hell I was doing either. So,
Right.
um, 6 months into Wendy's, and I was starting to hate it. I couldn't stand this. So I picked up on streaming a little more frequently. Yes, as Trashy said, it was expensive, even for this little poor ghetto rig I got going. It was still expensive for my living expenses. The thing that pushed me more than anything to even try to get going further into streaming was a particular game that had come out, which I'm trying to find now, that had a following that said, if you're playing our game on stream, we will be coming to raid you. I didn't believe them. Yeah, well, about an hour into my stream, Undead Lab showed up with 80 people.
Mm.
I was not aware of this. My girl at the time was watching the stream and said, hey, babe, you might want to check your chat. And when I went to check my chat, it blew up, and I couldn't keep up with all of it. I am running off of a phone. I'm not on a computer. I'm on a phone trying to keep up with this. So after that whole night and wrapped it up, I had laid in my bed thinking, you know what? If I can do this the way I'm wanting to, this would be a very good opportunity to do what I love to do, and I would not have to go to something that I absolutely despise the rest of my life.
True.
And then Mixer came. And from there, I was just trying to keep up with what was going on and what games was relevant at the time. Keep in mind, again, I'm not doing any of this right. Nobody has taught me nothing. Other than just, you know what? You could stream. It's good. It's easy. You can make easy money at it. Yeah, some damn body lied to me.
And there was New York's inspiration right there. You know, oh, anybody
Yeah,
can do it. Okay.
yeah. Yes, because again, I don't find myself as a unique individual. I'm just somebody that's in the soup with everybody else.
Well, let me ask you this though: like, what positive things or what have you learned about yourself, you know, in your streaming journey that you would like to share with some folks?
Do not do it for the money. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you're
What
gonna play
money?
something, yeah, exactly. That's exactly starting out. What friggin' money? Don't do it for it. Secondly, if you're gonna stream, ignore what they say is relevant. Do you? Don't do what everyone else is doing. There's a reason why when well, at least those that know what they're talking about, when you go to do streaming, if you love Fortnite, fine, do Fortnite. Don't worry about the views. But if you're gonna do something saturated, expect to be near the bottom of the list. Just gonna tell you that now. But just enjoy what you do. And thirdly, if you're gonna be a part of a team, be a part of a team you can stand and that will support each other. Because if you get into a stream team that you can't stand, you're not going to want to do it.
Very, very, very good advice. So,
And make sure you can stand the people. I'll tell you that now. Make sure you can stand the people.
well, you know, in any family, right, there's always the dysfunctional one. So,
Present.
I can agree, especially since I don't understand what he sees in some of my abilities. I really don't. But yes, he is the dysfunctional one.
you know what? I mean, Trashy's definitely like the hype man for everybody. You know, he's gonna find something that you could do good and push you to do it. So, you know, like you said, you're like, oh
Apparently
yeah, you know, well, I only have fixed stuff, and he was like, everybody has fixed stuff. Go for it.
Yeah, but he was cracking
Besides
his
that,
ass off that
besides
day.
that, the ingenuity that people come up with when they have fixed stuff.
Right.
Oh my. Mm,
And it
brilliant.
works. And it works for a couple. That's all it needed really to do. Is that we just need to work
Right?
it a couple times.
Right? That's all. It's gonna get replaced. I just needed to work 1 or 2 more times.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Actually, to this day, that lawnmower actually still works.
Oh, jeez. Shit, I think we've had our lawnmower for like 8 years now. But it's an electric one, so we don't got to deal with like internal gas combustion or nothing like that, or oil to gas ratio or anything.
I loved Trashy's expression while I was sitting here for at least 2 hours trying to figure out what was going on with this stupid lawnmower. I could not get it to come together. I had tools that was not worth the shit for nothing.
I was laughing my ass off. I was literally crying because this man didn't even realize what type of tools he was working with.
That's not
And he didn't realize what the problem was. So he's trying to do something he doesn't know how with stuff he doesn't know what it does. To fix a problem, he doesn't know what it is.
Oh, jeez.
He managed to do it in the end, and it was a journey. It was amazing. I still wish to this day that he recorded that whole thing. That was comedy gold.
The problem was so stupid simple. I had called myself very, very bad names for the next 2 weeks because it was just a friggin' spark plug.
See, like I said, the only issue that I would have is if I didn't plug my lawnmower up. So I'm okay on that. I'm okay with that. So for me, streaming is I'm not a streamer. Like I had to kind of come to terms that that's just not what I do. Like I'm not a streamer. But kind of going back to, you know, I got into streaming because one of my friends, he got into streaming or whatever. We were all on Mixer. And I, you know, one of the main things that I love content creating. Like one of my dreams is to write a movie. And, you know, before I die, I want to write a movie. I want to get it produced. You know, I want to see it on the silver screen before I die. And so I've loved content creating for a long time. I've had my YouTube channel, my original one, since 2006, something like that. And then I rebranded, and then I've had it since 14. So yeah, it's been a while. And then streaming was like the natural progression. But streaming is not for everybody. And for me, it taught me that. It taught me that I'm not a streamer. I'm not somebody that could get on and create that type of on-the-go live content. And it's funny, like, why am I streaming right now? Well, the reason why I'm streaming right now is because I am part of a team of people, Shadowpack Gaming. Let's go ahead and throw that website there in the chat real quick. This didn't turn out to be a plug for... Oh, wait, is that the wrong one? Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Okay. This doesn't want to be like turn into a plug for the actual team, but the reason why I stream is because I am part of a group of folks that make streaming fun. Again, Shadowpack Gaming. Check out them, you know, shadowpackgaming.com right there in the chat. And, you know, I wanted to walk away from it. And then I come to realize that, you know, being part of a team, being part of the community, and people pushing each other is what kind of still has me here on this platform and doing this type of content. And And if you don't know a little bit about me, like what I get out of, again, I had to, everybody else, like, they're, oh yeah, I learned how to do this and all this good positive stuff. Streaming taught me something that I am not. I'm not a streamer, and I'm not that type of content creator. But the reason why I do it, and the reason why I still push to do it, and I run all the support stuff that I do for the team, is because there are people that are great at it, and they just need a little bit of help. They need a little bit of a push. They need a cheerleader in their, in their corner, and I'm all about support. I think
they need that hype man in the back. They need that guidance, like, hey, you got to do this because this works for you, and you need to stop doing that because that's just throwing people off.
Right.
Like, people don't see their own flaws that easily, and if you have that background support, by lack of better words, that could help someone blow up.
Right.
Let's face it. Hold on. Let's look at this for a second, right? So what streaming has actually taught you is that you're an awesome support tank, right? Which, if we're being honest here, you know that within your real life as well. I mean, look at the things that you do for the union and all of that, right? So it just solidified that even more with you. And for those of you guys who aren't like the in chat, right? If you find an organization but you're not the strongest streamer, well, guess what? Every organization needs a Sean Flack. Okay, they do.
If we could have one-on-one Sean Flag, that would be great. But unfortunately, we only have one.
Right. So it's what can streaming teach you? What. And a lot of the things that streaming can teach you, right, here in the near decade, okay, the things that you learn online are soon to become resume applicable.
Yep.
Okay, so get out there, have fun, make mistakes, okay, because trust me, you will.
Yeah,
but you don't learn unless you fail.
There's sometimes I'm afraid I make a mistake I ain't gonna come back from, because that's a very, very, very possible thing in my predicament.
Well,
take the lawnmower,
you don't learn. You don't learn unless you fail, right? What do you learn from winning all the time? Nothing.
Right.
Okay, so Sean, it just, like I said, for you learned that you're an awesome support tank, and it just solidified it even further for you.
Right. Yeah.
And let's face it, you're brilliant at it too. Okay.
Thank you for all the praise, guys. Thank you for all the praise. This wasn't a praise the Sean Flack show. I swear, guys. I swear. I didn't pay any of these guys for any of these endorsements.
Just saying, you already paid us, so
Great. So yeah, I mean, all in all, like, so I'm taking this class, and I don't want to get too in detailed about it, because like, I paid for the class and all this stuff or whatever. And what I learned from that, and this is where this kind of discussion is coming from, what I learned from that is what we do as a team. And if, again, shadowpackgaming.com, go ahead and check that out. What we do for each other as a team is just solidified by somebody that has like 18 million viewers on Twitch. And if I was new and I did not know anything, and I wasn't part of this team, and I wasn't, I haven't been like blogging and doing my own type of content creation, and I see it, everybody's grateful for it. You're talking from an industry professional, and you have like these teachers assistants that are like grading your work and all this stuff, and it's but we do all that. I mean, it's interesting enough. I'm gonna like divulge some of the discussion that we actually had in our, because I caught up on the video last night or this morning on my way home. But like, a lot of what we do is we help get people starting to stream. And our deficiency in the group is we don't know what to do next. And I think us going forward as a group, and it is teaching us like, where our strengths, where our weaknesses are, where we need to network and all these things. In order to get to that next level, that's what you know, there's I was gonna say paywall, but it's not a paywall, but there's this wall that we have to get over. But everything that we're doing already has already been solidified by somebody that's been doing it for like, I think he said he's been streaming for like 11 years or something like that. So it's interesting to know that the information that we all shared with each other and built like this style of how we build up people and the advice that we give and things like that, it works. It works. And it's a good solid foundation to springboard off of. And I think obviously the networking piece and like working with individuals such as yourselves, I mean, doing these streams real early in the morning. Well, it's early in the morning for me. And I know it's like an afternoon for you, right? Trashy?
It is 4:08 p.m. my time.
Okay. But I mean, getting out there, and even if you're not the best, I think they say complete 100 complete videos that that are out there are better than one video that took forever to complete, that you mastered. So getting out here and talking to you guys, even if it's a short time in the morning on the weekend, or all the networking that we do within our own groups, it's just something that we could springboard off of and be better content creators, not just streamers. So yeah, that's what I got on that.
Yeah, that's a big issue that I keep running into, because as I'm a video editor. I can't stop until my project is, in my eyes, as best as I can put it out with the material or whatever I have available at that time. So that's a big stepping stone for me to get over.
Right.
I know the problem that I'm facing right now is, we have her.
That's a blessing,
wow.
Right there. No, yeah.
Blame it on the kid.
No,
wow.
She in herself is not the problem. The problem is I can't. When I finally have some downtime, it's like okay, I'm gonna go shut my eyes time.
Right.
Instead of, hey, let's boot up my computer, right?
Right.
And
There's that dad life.
hit the
right
go
there.
live button.
Right.
I mean, she's still not at that spot where she can be independent. So I'm kind of in this limbo of, well, when am I going to get my channel up and running again? Because guess what? It's been ages since my channel went live.
Right.
I think the last time my channel went live was our Apex tournament.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how long ago that was. And then before that, it was our team's anniversary stream.
Oh, that was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're in chat, don't get too discouraged at that, right? Just stay involved as much as you can, okay? And then once you have the ability, hit that button again. That's my plan, right? Is I'm trying to stay involved as much as I can. I mean, I also really don't have a choice because I own a team, but I'm still trying. So I can't hit the go live button right now. Okay, so my main role is administrative work. Okay, cool. Just kind of fall into it and then don't give up hope.
Right.
No, I can offer advice on that because this was something I've always had to talk to Nord about. And times he'd tell me, "Shut up, I know what you're doing." When you're in the background, actually, whether you're supporting somebody's channel or you're just talking here and there, it's enough. It really is. Last year of October, I believe it was, I went from being the guy who just first came into the retail area to the guy who just about runs the store, pretty much. It was about 2 months after that. I mean, it got to the point where it's like I would go to work, I'd come home, I'd go to sleep, and I would repeat it. I had no time for nothing. And there's no, like he said, there's no shame in it. I mean, if you've got free time and you have to catch up on your sleep, catch up on it. Because I can promise you, nobody lives your life. Nobody walks your steps. Always keep this in mind. If
somebody were to try to put your boots on, your shoes on, try to walk a mile in them, their ankles would snap because they can't do it.
You know, if they don't eat you, roof you, or I'm gonna beep the last one. They ain't got stuff to say on you.
Exactly.
You
We're
know,
gonna try to keep this clean, but I know what you meant.
Yeah.
well, if we're getting into like balance, right? This industry is demanding. It is, and Njord had mentioned it in last night's meeting that you just can't go live and expect heck of people to be in there if you haven't been around. And as like your audience ebbs and flows, and like if you play a game, you change the game, you're going to lose at least 50% of your viewers. And then of course, if you're not on, if you kind of went silent, well, those viewers are going to find somebody else to watch. So I will say this: one of the issues, I'm a dad. I got 3 kids, full-time job, all that stuff. One thing I am gonna say is I am gonna commit to doing this particular stream. I find it, when I first started, the first piece of advice somebody had gave me that I looked up to as a content creator was like, commit. If you want to, yeah, you could do it for fun, but if you want to get good at it, you have to commit to it. Like even if it's 30 minutes a week. And it's something that was echoed, in that master class that I took. Like, have a schedule and stick to it. Commit to it, and even if it's an hour a week. I mean, obviously, you guys had said it last night when we were discussing this stuff. It's easier to be single, to do this and be single and not have to worry about other people and other people's schedules and eating, feeding kids or anything like that. But there's a lot of us that would love to do this, and we have responsibilities. And, to be able to, and you guys already know, like, there's a budget for every, there's a setup for every budget. Every startup, you could start off with, just a console. You could, and, you just kind of, as you go, you build up. I remember, and Njord probably looks back and laughs at this. He started streaming. He was like in a busted old lazy boy couch, streaming from his console, no camera, no nothing. To in his old house, he had that big, his whole gaming room was dedicated to it. So he grew his stream, but the idea was to, get it started and do it. You got something there, Njord?
Yeah, so I literally had a busted old laptop that my wife used to use sitting on a TV tray next to me. My audio was my headset that I listened to everything in. And I was on a 50-inch TV, right, in a lazy boy, just chilling. That's where my stream was at. Little by little, okay, I would upgrade one thing at a time, okay? So you don't, if you're looking at getting started into this, right, because that's, again, so Shadow Pet Gaming, we are primarily geared to help people who are just starting out, right? So if you're just getting into this, you don't need the big flashy game room with the $4,000 gaming PC and the best microphone and all of this, that, and the other. If you're just getting started, I'm going to tell you right now, obviously you have to have something to play a game on or whatever your content creation is, and you need good audio.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
It's the number one thing.
So how much is your PC now?
He's not talking about now, Trashy. He's talking about to get started. He's talking about getting
started. Okay. But eventually you start wanting to upgrade things, right? But I'm going to tell you, the most important thing to have is good audio. If the people can't hear what you're saying, then they're not going to stick around. They're really not.
I hope I can have good audio on this stream. That'd be kind of an oxymoron.
Sean, knowing you do.
Okay.
But like I said, and I want to beat this to home, is don't get obsessed with trying to overspend your budget right off the bat.
Right.
Okay. And then if earlier Castiel said something about don't do this expecting money. He's not wrong. But I will tell you
no lies detected.
But I will tell you that there is the opportunity. But again, with what Sean said, you have to be committed, right? You can't do it half-assed and expect to get money. You actually have to listen to the advice that's been given to you, tweak it to fit yourself, okay? But you have to run at it like it's the very thing that makes you survive, right? I mean, you have to, if your intent is to get money and get famous or whatever the case it may be, that's the way you have to look at it, right? It becomes a full-time job, and you, that is what is going to put food on your table,
Right.
you know? So my best suggestion is do it because you love it.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Because if you don't love it, you're not going to get far.
No.
If you're playing a game, right, that, hitting on what Castiel said, you know, do what makes you have fun. If you're trying to follow what some of these people say of, hey, go do one of the lower 20 games, right, but you hate that game, everyone is going to see it that comes in and they're going to leave.
Right.
Okay? Because they can read you like a book. It touches on mental health. If you're just not feeling it.
Let me add on to that. I took that advice one time, and I will never take that advice again. The lower 20 that Nord was talking about, there was a game that I thought, you know what? I can just, I can tough it out. It's okay. Nobody's going to see this because nobody can see my face. Half the time, I'm not even on camera, mainly because I can't afford one. But even in the tone of my voice and the way I was doing things, it picked up automatically. There was 3-4 people in the stream at the time who said, "Why are you even playing this if you don't like it?" And this was coming from strangers. This wasn't coming from Shadowpack or hell, even any of my friends. This was 4 strangers that just picked up instantly. And again, I can say from my previous experiences, please don't make these mistakes I made and think this is easy money. It's not. I promise you, it's not. If you're going to play something you like. Do not do what they say, oh, this can get you famous. The only way you're going to get famous is if you work your ass off and you work at it consistently. That's it.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody...
It's just like any...
It's like those bots. Want to be famous?
Yeah, I was just going to say, it sounds like...
yeah, them...
Somebody's trying to pimp
idiot.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, girl, this will get you famous.
I always have this thing. Before I stopped streaming, there was always this thing. These little stupid shits that come in here and said that to me. I would stop stream to either, I don't know what I was thinking, but I would stop stream midway to tell this person or to tell this bot, if you want to get famous, you're not going to buy your fame.
Wait a minute. We got somebody in here. Is that Fat Thor?
Uh-oh.
Let's give Fat Thor the horns. What is up? Welcome.
What's up, Fat Thor?
What up, fat ass?
Of course, Trashy and his
beauty. Man, Fat Thor and I, we got a special bromance going on. A little fat ass.
But yeah, don't ever go into this thinking that it's going to be easy, because I assure you, from my stupid mistakes, it's not. It's far from it. Do it because you like it. Don't do it for anything else.
So let's take time out to shout out Fat Thor. Go ahead and check him out. As a matter of fact, he was actually an example of being part of the team and then taking advice and growing and grinding and outgrowing. And so shout out to Fat Thor. The last thing he played, according to Twitch, was World of Warcraft, which I tuned into his stream. I think it was last night you were playing that, right, Thor? I'm doing good. This morning we're actually talking about, I actually took this master class that Ninja Head did. I don't know if you've seen the advertisements for it. And one of the things, I'll be talking about that, last night. I'll be talking about some of the stuff that, within the next couple of streams about what it was about and how I felt about it. And this was actually one of the things that came up from the community over there. And it was like, what has streaming done for what has streaming done for you? And I thought it'd be a great topic to talk about. And we're talking about the lessons that we learned and the things that we learned about each other and working with each other, and the ups and downs of being a streamer / content creator. I mean, look at Njord over there; he's folding clothes, hanging clothes, washing clothes.
No, clothing a baby.
Clothing a baby.
Oh, clothing the baby, right?
We've got Sunday church, so
Oh, okay.
got to get her dressed.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for stopping in and joining up. I always plug, shadowpackgaming.com, but you already know about the website. So anyway, so again, thank you for stopping in. One of the things, again, Fat Thor, he was part of the team, and he took a lot of the advice, and this guy grinded, and thanks, Thor. He grinded, and he blew up, and he's doing real good. So again, check him out. When you guys are in his streams, tell him Shadowpack Gaming sent you. If you're getting some love over there, go ahead and check him out. He's done World of Warcraft. I see a lot of that's something new for you, right, Thor? World of Warcraft. I think I saw you play baseball a couple weeks ago or something like that. I see you're kind of jumping around, but
Thor's
anyway.
been jumping around for days.
Yeah.
Since day one, really. He's been playing Warzone, World of Warcraft, baseball.
Right. And the good thing about that is, kind of like being an example of what Castillo said, you play with what you have fun with. And your chat is going to see it. Your viewers are going to see it. And it's been a lot. I started WoW and changed and came back. Oh, okay. So yeah, finding out like what what your niche is, and like one of the things that Ninja had talked about was like in real life streamers, and what people do with that, or what are some ideas or some setups or whatever. I didn't think that there was a big emphasis on that. Obviously, he's a gaming streamer, and he focuses his thing more on gaming. But one of the things, and you guys could like kind of expand on this. We got a couple more minutes before we're going to end, but networking, the importance of networking. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
That is the single most important thing that you need to do is network. If you don't network, you're not going to grow yourself, but you have to do it right. You can't just go in and do people's stuff. I mean, come on, streamer etiquette 101. Don't go into someone's stream promoting your own shit, okay? But create genuine relationships with people, and your stuff will grow, okay?
Right.
Quite seriously, it has to be genuine. It can't be manufactured. It can't be fake, because if it's not genuine, people are going to know, and then you're going to get a bad rep for only being out for yourself, which, come on, let's face it, everyone pretty much is out for themselves. But you got to do it the right way, okay? If you don't network, you're not going to grow. You're not going to get people to see you. There's definitely, Trashy can put it better, but there are like a checklist of things that you need to do in order to make it, right? And networking is probably one of the highest ones on that checklist. Trashy, you're up.
So the way that I see it is,
I like how he just volunteered you though. Trashy,
right? Right. It's about 60% networking, 20% going live, 10% the games that you play, and the rest is just content all over, promoting, whether it be TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. Just keeping your eyes out there. But networking is the main source of your viewers, because the more relationships that you build with people, the more your name is out there, and as your name gets out there, that's how people are gonna find you.
Right. So yeah, I mean, obviously, we've talked about this in depth, But yeah, networking and being out there, even if you don't stream every day, they always talk about like, do a post a day on, one of your socials. And socials like, Instagram, I have my Instagram and my Twitter, and actually even, so don't worry about the Fat Guy Fitness YouTube thing. I'm actually rebranding or I'm consolidating too. So I'll be changing that out. But right, finding something that like, finding a social media account that you like, that you kind of work with, something that you're comfortable with, and understanding the differences and the different types of audience that you could get from each one is going to be very important for growth as well. Obviously, you don't ever want to say, oh, okay, well, there is this whole mental aspect thing that brings your whole mentality down when you don't see the viewers or you don't see the interaction. But you kind of have to stay away from that. You have to be able to, work within, the social media stuff that you have. And it is a grind. This is a marathon. And that gets spoken to about, 99% of the time. This is not, I think in almost everybody's messaging that we've talked, that has talked today, has been about that. It's a grind. It's not something that you're going to be able to do right away. It's not something, that's going to happen overnight. And I don't think I've ever heard it happen to anybody overnight, especially in this industry, especially with the way, entertainment is. So yeah. So let's wrap it up. Like I said,
The only person I can think about is Mew from FaZe, but he blew up because of a trick shot he posted on TikTok that got spotted by FaZe. That's how he got in, and that's how he got blown up. But he was grinding for years before that.
Right.
But he got that overnight because of that work beforehand.
Right. I mean, obviously he played the game enough to know that, and then he was able to clip it and put it out there and put himself out there for somebody to see. So, I mean, but just like what you pointed out, like it's been, he grinded for years prior to that. So okay, let's, like I said, just want to do it for an hour. So we're about our hour mark. Did you guys have any closing thoughts or comments or anything like that? I would so normally say my normal, but, just thoughts and comments about today's topic.
No, I'm just really excited to be here once again, and thank you for having me, Bosman.
And yours, okay, go ahead, Jord.
No, I'm still here. Like I said, I'm just getting ready. But again, thank you for having us on. Thank you for doing this, Sean. It's a blessing for me because it's a way that I can stay relevant again. Right? So, if we can, I look forward to seeing and being here and talking to you all next Sunday as well.
Oh yeah.
If anyone in chat has any questions, comments, or concerns, they can feel free to hop on over to our Shadow Pack Discord, which Sean can put it in the chat. But yeah, come on in here, hang out, have fun, and who knows, maybe sometimes these Sundays won't be so serious and you can actually just see us laugh around the entire time.
For sure. So Thor did put in, yes, I know 99% of the partners stream a minimum of 2 years. And yeah, 110% with that. It is a grind. And it's something that you have to be committed to. And we could talk about commitment and we could talk about next level things, next week. But for this week, I just wanted to say thank you for all the guests that came on this morning. I know it was a last minute thing. We've been talking about doing it. And it's one of those things where let's just do it. Let's see, we're not going to wait for 1 million people to show up. We're just going to do it with who's here. And so I wanted to say thank you for Casually Trashy. I want to say thank you for Njord. I want to say thank you for Castile. I definitely want to say thank you to Fat Thor for stopping in and saying what's up. Maybe he'll be with us in the chat next week. And, we could talk about him and take, he could drop some of his knowledge of where he's gone and how he's grown and maybe share that with us next week, or we could just bullshit. It's all about hanging out, being together. Again, one of the things I do take away at being part of the team is the team. And there was a point in time where I did have to step away and I didn't want to. And I felt, I'm not going to say lost, but I felt a little empty, you know, as far as like not being able to interact the way I wanted to. So I wanted to recommit, and it was definitely something that that I find that this is fun for me. And I know I'm not going to make $1 million doing it. I know I'm not the number one stunner. I know my role here, and I'm going to continue to do it. And so, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and close it out. If you guys got any questions, comments, or emotional outbursts for Casual Trashy, where can they find you, Trashy?
9 out of 10 times, Shadowpack Discord or the Netherlands. Come holla at your boy. I got the beer cold, I got the Jaeger cold, I got the rosé cold. We've been hit heat wave after heat wave after heat wave. I actually had to put on a shirt for this.
Oh, right.
So
it's not that kind of program.
It comes off.
Right.
No, it comes off right after.
Okay. I see Njord's getting ready. He's putting on his Sunday best. Questions, comments, or emotional outbursts for Njord God. Where can they find you, sir? You're on mute.
You can find me on the Shadow Pack Discord. That's where you're going to get the quickest response. But obviously also on Twitter at NewordGod. I haven't turned on my Twitch in ages, so yeah, those are probably the two best places to get a hold of me.
Okay. Castile. Anybody have questions, comments, or emotional outbursts for you, sir? Where can they find you?
You'll probably find me mostly on TikTok. Forget the ambient sound. I had to go to the store. I'll have somebody put it up for me where to find me on the TikTok portion of it to grow from there. But I did want to leave everybody with this bit of knowledge. When you are streaming and you are networking, always know this. For everybody who loves you in your stream, there's always that one person you are never going to be their cup of tea. You will always be disliked and hated.
Damn. Okay. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this week's episode. We'll see you guys next week. And, you know, from here till now, come hit up the Shadow Pack Discord to hang out with us during the week. And until the next episode, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
I like your boy.
Good job, Sean.
I guess I got to mute all of us, huh? Let me, Oh, man. Okay, yeah, there we go.